A very good morning, doctor. My name is VEOMANASAI and today I'll be introducing and explaining a skin disease called Urticaria, or better known as hives. Urticaria, also known as hives, wheals, wells, or nettle rash, is a raised itchy rash that appears on the skin. It may appear on one part of the body or can be spread across large areas. The rash is usually very itchy and it can be small as from a few milliliters and also can be big to the size of a hand. And next, I'd like to explain about the anatomical structure of the organ related, which is the skin. So this cross section contains three main layers, which is the epidermis. Epidermis acts as a protection, acts as a barrier, and also responsible for the skin tone. And next is dermis. Dermis is where tough connective tissues are located, hair follicles and also sweat glands are located in the dermis. And finally is subcutaneous tissues, or better known as hypodermis. So this is where the fat and also connective tissues made up this subcutaneous tissue. And next is psychological function. The primary function of the skin is to act as a barrier. So the skin provides protection from mechanical impacts and pressure, variations in temperature, microorganisms, radiations, and chemicals. So the second function will be peripheral circulation and fluid balance via sweat. It also acts as a reservoir for the synthesis of vitamin D. And the organ related to this disease is the skin. So the symptoms and indications of this disease would be batches of wells that can arise anywhere in the body, wells that might be red, purple, or skin colored depending on the skin color, wells that vary in size, change shape, and appear and fade repeatedly, itchiness which can be very intense, painful swelling around the eyes, cheeks, or lips, and finally flares triggered by heat, exercise, or stress. So as you can see here on the right side, I've inserted two pictures on an example of how a person's leg would be when they got or they get the disease, which is the urticaria disease. And next is diagnostic on how the doctor can diagnose a patient or he or she has diseases or not. First is allergy test. So it's on the skin or blood test. Next is blood work to rule out an illness or infection. And lastly is skin biopsy. So these statistics is from a university from the US. It is estimated that 15 to 20%, 33% of adults have experienced at least one episode of acute urticaria at some times in their lives. And also 0.5% to 5% have experienced chronic urticaria in their lives. So next is the treatment on what the doctor can do for the treatment is first is anti-itch drugs. The drugs is called antihistamines. So these medications can reduce itching, swelling, and other allergy symptoms. And doctors can also give other drugs that can suppress and also to calm overreactive immune system. So next is the prevention. So we can prevent ourselves from getting diseases by avoiding the triggers, which are the food, pollen, and insect stings. Next is protect your skin from the sun. Wear loose, smooth textured cotton clothing, and lastly prevent scratching. And so below I've attached few references where I found this information about this particular disease called urticaria or hives from. So that is all from me. Thank you.